Okay, so we are live, and I am happy to present Joshua because today I thought that it would be important to speak to the viewers because I know a little bit about you, Joshua. I know that you are looking to teach abroad, and I wanted to start this live by sharing with people who are interested in teaching abroad, but more specifically, non-native English speakers, and if
Okay.
they can teach abroad. So,
Right.
why don't we first start by just introducing yourself to the viewers, let them know who you are.
Okay. Thank you very much for the opportunity, Janae. Actually, my name is Joshua Bafakwen. I'm from Ghana in West Africa. I'm actually a teacher. I teach in a special school in Ghana, and I'm 28 years old. Actually, I've been trying to teach abroad for some time now, and I've made a lot of attempts and hasn't been successful. I actually met Janae on Facebook, and then we started chatting, and I started getting some tips from her. I actually watched her video on YouTube. I advise you guys to subscribe to her YouTube channel because she uploads good stuff there. I get more information from her from her Teach Abroad page. She actually taught in China for some time, so I've been following her, and I actually love to teach in China. So I've been watching her videos and getting tips, and we started chatting on Twitter, and she started giving me a lot of info and other things. So when I need any help or any information, I do chat with her, and she gives me some advice and shares some other tip with me.
Wow, that was awesome. I like that you said that you would like to teach in China. Can you let us know why do you pick this particular place?
Yeah, I actually love the Asian countries. I read a lot about China, and I realized that in China they really need a lot of ESL teachers. And most non-natives are in China. I made some research and I realized that there are a lot of non-natives in China, and I heard it's easy to go to China than other countries. So that's the reason why I decided to, make China my first choice in terms of teaching abroad.
Okay. That's interesting that you say that. So my question to you is what has the process been like? Like where did you start? What was the process like to begin teaching abroad?
Oh, okay. Actually, it has been a very stressful process all along. Um, it's been very hectic. I actually started by going online to Facebook to search for the teaching abroad groups on Facebook. I joined a lot of them, especially China. And, recruiters have been posting job opportunities there. Actually, at first, I never, understood the whole process. I never knew I had to get a TOEFL certificate before I could, apply for a teaching job abroad. So, I discussed with Janae and she gave me some tips. I think she shared a website with me, Teachaway, of which I created an account and started processing the TOEFL certificates. But I got a lot of recruiters out there, and they shared their Skype IDs with me, of which I started chatting them, and a whole lot of questions and online interviews. But actually, most of the interviews were fake. I even shared some experiences with Jenny, of which she advised me to um, not concentrate on that. Yes, because most of the interviews, you wouldn't see the face of the recruiter, the one doing the interview. You wouldn't see his face. It's going to be it was always a voice interview, which I saw not to be legit. Sending of contract and then forcing me to sign the contract so quick in order for the processing to begin. Yeah, so I think this is the little I'll be able to say
So
concerning
Joshua, I want to Oh, I'm sorry. You made a lot of good points, and I think that this is great because you talked about scams, you talked about the job postings. So, for the non-native English speakers who want to know about these job postings, what are some information that you would see in the job posting for you to apply to?
Yeah, the job posting, some of the recruiters actually specify if they need non-native teachers or native teachers. So on the flyers, you usually see the native teachers only, or you'd
Hmm.
see native and non-native teachers. So when you see the non-native teachers option, you know that, okay, non-native, that's those of us in West Africa qualified to apply for the job. Yes, then you, and there's always a contact information there. Either it's a Gmail address, an email address, or a Skype ID or WeChat. China, they usually deal with WeChat most of the time, and you'll be
Right.
able to contact the recruiter over there.
Okay. Now, you talked about some scams. What are some scams that, well, how did you know that you were being scammed when you were meeting with or speaking with these potential employers?
All right, that's a very good question. Actually, at first, the first recruiter I met on Skype, I was a novice then because I never knew the whole process altogether. So I was actually following, but I got to realize it was a scam when I was told that I need to pay some money upfront in order for my application to be processed. And I was like, oh, I actually need a job, so why should I actually pay money for a job that I need if I really qualify for the job? So I got to realize that it was a scam, and also the fact that I didn't even see the face of the recruiter, but I was being, interviewed on a voice call. I also started suspecting that it was a scam. Yes,
Mhm.
and then a lot more, of which I'll be sharing on our interview on Saturday with the audience.
Wow, so there's more scams that you understood to be a scam just from that interview you had with the potential employer.
Yes, yes. I actually had other interviews with other recruiters, of which I'll be sharing on Saturday with the audience out there. A lot of scams of which the second interview I had, I realized it was a scam very quickly because of my first experience with the first recruiter. Yeah, so I'll be sharing more on Saturday. I just want you guys to, follow Jenny on YouTube, Teacher World. Follow her, subscribe to her YouTube channel, so that when we have the live, she'll post it there, and then you get to know more information about the scams. Yes.
You know what? That is great information, and I'm so curious to know what other scams are out there. Because when I applied to Teach Abroad and I applied on Teachaway, the free account that you made with Teachaway, I
Yeah.
never dealt with any such scam. Teachaway was a very step-by-step process. You knew everything that you were getting yourself into. I never had to pay any fees up front. You should never have to pay for I don't know, they may ask for you to pay for like your medical,
Insurance.
if you want to pay for like your medical insurance, or they wouldn't ask you to pay for I mean, they may ask you to pay for your visa, but they would reimburse you. So when I applied to Teachaway and I had the interview and I had the demo lesson via Skype, the only thing I had to pay out of pocket was my visa. And I
Okay.
had to get my visa in the United States. When I arrived to China, they reimbursed me, but they paid for
Okay.
my flight. So if they mentioned about you got to pay for your flight, you don't have to pay for your flight. There are certain things that they provide for you so that you're not spending your money. You're relocating from your home country to live across the world. They have to provide incentives some kind of way because they want
Yeah.
you. But I'm glad that you recognized it was a scam and you decided to not go forward with the job.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure our viewers on Saturday would like to know more of these scams so that they could recognize them right away and save their money.
Yes. Yes. I was willing to share.
Is there any other, besides Teachaway, are there any other companies that you think are beneficial for people who are looking to teach abroad can actually apply and try to figure out their way?
Yeah. I think it depends on the country actually you really want to teach in. If it's Vietnam, we have websites for Vietnam. If it's China, you know. We have website for China as well, but I believe Teacherway being a legit platform, they share information or teaching jobs worldwide. They don't have any limitations. We have China, we have United Arab Emirates, and a whole lot of countries. But if you really have a specific country you'd like to teach in, I think you could go online on Google and then search. You get website to specific countries. If it's Thailand, if it's Vietnam, if it's Taiwan, they have various websites where you can search to get jobs from.
It's very true that you say Teachaway has no limits. I remember after completing my first year, my first contract, my 1 year contract in China, I thought about possibly teaching in a different country. Do you know what country I thought about teaching in next?
No.
It's in Asia, but try to take a guess.
Oh, okay. Vietnam,
That was one of them. Definitely Vietnam, but before Vietnam, it was Japan.
Thailand, or Japan. Okay, 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 okay. All right.
Yeah, I thought about teaching in Japan, being not too far from China. I do like Japanese culture. I love sushi. Oh my gosh, I eat sushi almost like every week. Uber Eats is killing me. I tell you, Uber Eats is killing me. But I thought about it, but then I did think about the toll it would have on me just to relocate from China to Japan. Then I have my apartment. Um, I don't know. It was just a lot of what ifs. And I really did like the school I was working at. So I decided to extend my contract, renew my contract for an additional 2 years. But initially, everyone, depending on the employer, you always start off with a 1 year contract. You do have to fulfill that obligation. Now, if you break the contract, there are some, I mean, you wouldn't want to break the contract, but if you happen to break the contract, then there may be some stipulations there. But I really did enjoy my experience teaching abroad, and I share with everyone, if you can do it, you should do it. I wasn't afraid to do it. I don't even know. Like sometimes I think I'm crazy. I'm crazy. Like what made me do that back in 2015? I just hopped on a plane and just went. I mean, it wasn't that easy. Of course, you have to go through the process. It was like a 3 month process to get like all the documents that you need. But it was really a great experience because I've traveled to so many different countries living in China that I would not have had the opportunity living in New York to do so. Like the flights leaving from New York to go to Asia, they're insane. 1,500, 2,000, depending on where you're going. But I mean, I've traveled to Thailand, Vietnam, Cambodia, you name it. So I'm curious to ask you, whatever country you decide that you're going to live, you're going to teach, what country would you want to travel to and explore?
Yeah, I would love to travel to Thailand. I'd love to travel to Thailand. I would love to travel to Cambodia. I would love to explore those countries a lot. Yeah, and then Vietnam as well.
In Vietnam.
Vietnam. Yeah.
That's another plus with teaching abroad because it opens up your eyes to different countries and different cultures and different foods, and that
Yeah.
would totally be awesome. Okay, awesome. Is there anything else any advice that you would like to share with our non-native English speakers who are looking to teach abroad?
Yeah. So actually, I would like to tell all non-native speakers out there that getting a job abroad is not easy. So you really need to do a lot of research. You don't just get up and then start applying to various schools. I think you need to have a bachelor's degree first. It's very important teaching abroad. You need to have a bachelor's degree as well as your TEFL certificate and then some other documents depending on what the school needs. Yes, so if you don't have these documents, I think you have to start processing them first before you can start applying. And like I said earlier on, you can follow Janae on YouTube. She makes a lot of videos. When I hopped onto her videos, her YouTube channel, I was very, very glad that I got to view your video to get more insights. I used to think teaching abroad was just all about sending your CVs and just that's all. But I never knew that there was something like a TOEFL certificate, and the other things you need. I thought you just needed a bachelor's degree, but I didn't know that TOEFL certificates was included as well as your CV and some interviews occurring and the demo lessons and what the depending on the school you'll be teaching, the introduction video as well. I never knew all these things were needed. You see, so when you don't get this thing ready and then you start applying and the schools ask for them, they might think you are not serious because when they ask for these documents and you don't have them readily available, it's going to be something else. So I think you really first thing you need to do is to do a lot of research. Yes, go online and a lot of information is gotten on Google. Ask what you need to teach in China, um, you know, and I think you need to also make a research on the country you'd like to go to, because we as non-native, some countries are there that are not welcoming for us. It's going to be very difficult or tough for you. So I think you should try to get a country that you think you'll be comfortable in when you are staying there. Yes, so it's just all about doing a lot of research and being determined as well.
Doing your research, being determined, getting that TOEFL certificate, all great advice. I like that you said you want to show these employers that you are serious about the job. Get your TOEFL certificate. For anyone who does not know, TOEFL stands for Teaching English as a Foreign Language. This is a certificate that you need to obtain in order to teach English online to non-native English speakers or to teach English abroad. I am a certified teacher, and even being a certified teacher in New York State did not qualify me to teach English abroad or to teach English online. I needed to get my TOEFL certificate. The TOEFL certificate is like taking a graduate course. You're going to go through the modules. You're going to learn grammar, structure, how to present lessons to non-native English speakers. So it's beneficial. You'll learn strategies, but it's something that you would have to pay for. Now, there are some companies that when you do apply to teach abroad, they could sponsor your TOEFL. So when I applied to teach English with English First, they sponsored my TOEFL, so I didn't have to pay out of pocket. But I do know that TOEFL certificates, these courses, they do cost money. They do, like, ranging $1,000 depending on the school you're getting your certificate from. But it's beneficial. It's definitely beneficial. And you know what? I think that was a great way to introduce what we're doing and letting viewers know that non-native English speakers can teach abroad. You just got to do your homework and do your research. Joshua, I do want to say thank you because this was a very impromptu meeting, but you were available. And I think your story is going to help so many others. And you can definitely share information with viewers that I can't share because I did not go through the same experience that you did trying to find this dream job abroad.
Yeah.
So I do want to say thank you once again. And
Welcome.
I will see you Saturday at 12 p.m.
Yes, on Saturday we'll see again. So I advise all viewers to subscribe to your YouTube channel, Teacher World. Subscribe to your YouTube channel and then watch out for us. We'll be coming back. I have more information to give out there concerning the teacher board camps and the whole process. So you shouldn't be left out as a non-native. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.